We have our guest tonight, Valarie Harris. Dr. Valarie Harris, and she is a transformation coach. She is an author and the visionary of founder of Stepping Out with Purpose and also of Harris Elevation Empowerment. With more than 4 decades of experience in education and ministry, Valerie is passionate about helping women leaders discover their voice, embrace their calling, and build legacies that impact future generations. Yes, she's right in line with what we're talking about this month. Through coaching, yes, I am excited to have you in the lounge with us on today. And so I don't even want to wait. Let's just go on and jump into it. So before we get started, it is a special day. So tell us
Yeah,
about your special day.
my special day today is my anniversary and it's 49 years.
Woo! Now that's
40
something right there that we definitely want women to know it's
yeah.
possible, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I never thought it was possible, but it's possible. It can happen. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to just take you back a step. So how did you meet your spouse?
I met him at a military installation in Hampton, Virginia, Langley Field,
Oh, okay.
base because he's military. He's a
Mm.
soldier. He was in the Air Force, and that's where we met. Met on the military base right in Hampton, Virginia. Yeah.
Awesome. Wow. That's amazing. And here you are 49 years later celebrating, well, probably more than 49 years, but you've been married 49 years.
It's
So
actually been
here's
1 years, but we've been married for 41, 49. Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, that's great. So, Dr. Harris, your bio, let's back up. This is actually National Black Women's History Month.
Hmm.
And so I told them last week, I didn't even know it was a thing. I knew
Hmm.
that March was National Women's History Month.
Right.
But, there's a young lady, I forget her last name, I believe her first name was Shay, and she started, the National Black Women's History Month celebrating the accolades, and the achievements of Black women. So, um, we salute you for all that you have done, even as we, mentioned in your bio and those things that we'll talk about tonight. But tell us a little bit about your experience prior to moving into this entrepreneur space.
Well, I spent 34 years in the classroom, okay? 4 decades in education and in leadership because I still work within education. And during that time, I served in several roles. I wore several hats, and I enjoyed each and every hat. I was a special education teacher. I was a transition specialist. I did a student workplace coordination program. I was the lead technology teacher. I was also a web designer for my school. And it was always centered on helping people grow and discover
Mm,
their own strengths. Because entrepreneurship was for me a natural next step to expand my impact. Because even during that time, I did little things along the way in while I was an educator, but it never formed into the business that I have today. It was always a hit and miss. So this is what I'm doing now is more formative, because it's LLC, it's trademark, that type of thing. But I did all of those things prior that helped me to do what I'm doing right now. And people don't realize the experiences that they have will help them in any business venture that they have because you're gaining wisdom, you're gaining understanding about who you are and what you're capable of doing, so that you won't shrink back, so that you will be able to expand and impact those that you come in contact with. So
Yeah.
my entrepreneurship didn't start with a business idea. It started with a lifetime of me just helping people grow.
Right, right. And that's what I was when you said that, it sounded like it was a good, just a smooth transition into the entrepreneurship because you were already basically doing that just under someone else's watch, I guess,
Uh,
right? Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, yes. So, you talk about your in your bio it tells us that you are a transformation coach.
Yeah.
How do you what exactly is a transformational coach and how do you approach that process working with your clients?
Well, I see a transformational coach as someone who helps people move from where they are to where they are truly called to be.
Mhm.
And for me, that process is about more than just sitting down, setting goals. It's about helping people gain the clarity that they need and to help them to build the confidence, because a lot of times confidence is what keeps them from moving, and to work through what is holding them back, uh,
Right.
move forward with intention. In the way I do that in my work, I use what I call the seven pillars of transformation. Uh,
Mm.
help guide my clients, and those pillars, in which I'll tell you what they are. I start off with prayer.
Mm.
Start off with prayer,
Yes.
passion, because we have all this passion that's locked in, and so
Right.
your purpose and then your potential. We have unlocked. We haven't unlocked all of the potential that we have, and then I go to preparation and persistence. About we have to be persistent and intentional about what we do, and also to have a positive mindset. So I carry them through those seven pillars of transformation to help them create a foundation for both their personal as well as their professional growth, so that they can help someone else do the same thing, so that they can become more grounded, more focused, and be more intentional in the way that they move through their life and their leadership. Okay, so that's what I do with my work. And I also use what I call, when I talk about transformation, my wise legacy method, which stands for wisdom and preparation. So it still goes back to that transformational of those pillars, and I help them identify the goal that they're sitting on, the goal of our experiences. We as women, we are sitting on goal, and we can't take that for granted. And also, the S in the wise method is the structure that wisdom. It's not about having it in here in our head. We have to structure it, which means we have to write it down, because and make the vision clear. It says write the vision and make it plain, so whoever sees it, they can run with it. And then the E in the wise is to be able to expand our impact, which helps others understand their experiences carry wisdom. Our experiences carry the wisdom that can help us go to the next level in whatever we're doing. So I try to teach them to see what they have lived through has prepared them for what they're going to do, and the value of their story. I heard you talk about your story. Our stories, listen, has all that wisdom, and it can be structured in a way that can create impact as well as legacy, because I'm real strong on that legacy piece. And I also use what I call the step framework, which is all about helping people speak their purpose. So you're talking about writing books, speak your purpose. And when we put it in writing, because see, we can put all this stuff on Facebook and Facebook goes down, and guess what? It's gone. But when we speak our purpose and put it in writing, it's there. And then we're able to, through the writing, transform the lives of others to help them know that if we did it, they can do it as well. And then also to be able to equip them as a leader, and to be able to preserve that, so that their legacy is foundational and it's generational. It'll go on and go on and go on. So my coaching approach is really about helping people take what they already carry inside and turn it into meaningful action, transformation, and a lasting impact. So that's what I look at when I think about transformation, because our transformation is daily. And especially if we're rooted in God's word and we're reading his word each and every day, our transformation should be daily, and so that it will impact and help others know that they can do the same thing. So that's what I think about when I think about a transformational coach, to be able to continue to help people know that their transformational is a daily thing. It's not 1 year, it's for the rest of our life. Really.
Arian coach, what do you find common among most of your individuals that you work with who they say they haven't been able to move forward or their vision, has been stagnant. They can't seem to fulfill their aspirations.
For me, many I look at it this way, because many are not lacking the talent or the know-how. They're lacking the clarity and having confidence and having the courage. And that's because they are stuck in fear. And I know what that's like, because that's where I was at one point in my life. Stuck in
Mm,
fear, overthinking stuff,
right.
making comparisons. And so that's what's happening. And then they're waiting for the perfect time. There's no perfect time. You have to move. You have
Mhm.
to have motion. Because
Right.
if we sit there and say it's a perfect time, we will never move. Okay.
Never.
You will never move. You'll stay stuck right where you are. You
Mhm.
stay stuck in that fear. You'll stay stuck in overthinking or trying to compare. We should never try to compare ourselves with anyone, because we
Mhm.
are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of
Mhm.
God. So we have different ways of doing things. Even if we're
Mhm.
in the same field, it'll look different. It'll feel different.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
so many times they underestimate their own value of
Mm.
who they are, and they have all of these experiences that are sitting because of the fear, because of the overthinking, because of them comparing themselves. And then what happens is their vision without structure, it often becomes frustrating to them, because they haven't done anything. Because you have to be purposeful about what you do. You can't just say, well, I'm going to do ABC, and you never make a step to A. You said it, but you didn't do anything. You thought it. It was stuck right here in your head, but you didn't make no motion. You didn't move. You didn't step out of your comfort zone. And I talk about comfort zones because I know what that's like. As long as you're in a comfort zone, you feel safe. But when you step out, that's when the fear comes. But you have to understand, God is not. People have to understand that God hasn't given us a spirit of fear, but a power of love and of a sound mind. And so you have to learn how to say, "Fear, listen. If you want to go on the road, we get ready to go, because I'm getting ready to move. I'm being intentional about what I'm doing, and fear will go. It will flee. But if you stay in your head and don't move it from your head to action, or in it with intention, you're not going to move, because most people are not stuck because they're incapable. They're stuck because they're waiting for permission. And you already have permission. We've already been granted the permission. So it's up to us to step forward and do the things that God has called us to do, because we have a great work to do. And it's enough work, place in the world for all of us to do the things that we're doing. I don't have to look at you different because we do some of the same things. I have to celebrate you as a woman, because you stepped out there to do the things that God has called you to do. And it's going to look different, but it's okay. It's powerful.
Absolutely.
It's powerful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna transition on into you just mentioned something, permission granted.
Hmm.
So that sounds to me like a book I just heard about.
You do. Yeah, I'm in that book.
Go ahead, tell me about that book.
Listen, listen, listen. When we pray about stuff,
Mhm.
God answers our prayers, right? So he answered the prayer, and you don't move. People don't move.
Mm.
Somebody will call you and say, I need you to speak ABC.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got to pray about. Well, you already prayed about it.
Yes.
So what are you doing?
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
out overthink, you
Mhm.
get scared and don't do it. So you prayed,
Mm.
God answered the prayer, He gave you permission to do it, and then you still talk you praying. Well, what? I get confused with that. And
Right.
then I know that because I used to do the same thing. That's why I teach people stop saying you got to go and pray again. You with for something you've
Yes.
already. When you pray and ask God to enlarge your territory,
Mhm.
when He began to enlarge the territory, when somebody come and ask you to do something, you say you got to pray. What?
Right. Right. And once you prayed it, you should have been preparing.
You prepared.
You prepare, and then you can step right into it when it
And
comes.
you step right into it.
Mm. So, Permission Granted is one of the books that you're in. Tell us about that.
Well, in that book, I just told my story, a story about, times that I was feeling like I had to be validated to do something.
Mhm.
Because, we as women, sometimes we will feel like we need validation. We don't need validation. So I talk
Mhm.
about that in the book, and
Mhm.
that we don't have to be validated by nobody but God. Because as long
Right.
as we are pleasing Him in all
Yeah,
that we do, that's all the permission we need.
that's
Because
it.
your main purpose is to glorify Him. So, along with
Mhm.
glorifying Him, then you walk in your purpose and you walk in the permission that He's already given you to do the things with the gift. Because if He gave you gifts and talents,
Mhm.
He's given all of us gifts and talents.
Absolutely.
So, if we have gifts and talents, if we're not using them, we're not walking in the permission that He's given us.
Mhm.
We're being
And
nobody.
we're walking contrary to his will.
We're walking contrary to His will.
Mm. So that book was, I think, uh, led by Charvette Mitchell. Is that
Yes,
correct?
yes,
Okay. And
yes.
it's out now?
Yes, you can start pre-ordering right now. Yes.
Okay. You can
Yes.
pre-order. So,
Yes.
so I know you have, I know that you're an author who has written quite a few books. How many books have you written?
Well, I am a part of 18.
Okay.
10 of them are various collaborations because I believe in those collaborations because they
Absolutely.
grow as well.
Right.
So the other 8 are works that I've done, but
Mm.
I love being able to be a part of other groups because that's how you meet other people. You find
Yeah.
out their stories. We have
Right.
stories that somebody's waiting to hear.
Absolutely.
I need your story. You need my stories because something in
Mhm.
your story gonna help me stir up something in me to let me know. Listen, if she could do this, I can do it too.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Right.
love the collaborations and writing. And actually, my first book I did, I was getting ready to go on my first um missions trip. No, this was my
Mhm.
third missions trip. It was in 2019 was when I wrote my first book, and that was Talk Time with God. It was a 40-day devotional. And since
Oh,
that
okay.
time, I've been just writing and collaborating
Mhm.
because I love Miles Monroe. He says it very
Me too.
plainly. The graveyard is full of people
Full of.
that never told their
Mhm.
story, never used their talents, never
Mhm.
voiced their opinions about what it was that they really wanted to do. I don't want to be that. I want to be
Right.
able to leave a legacy because
Mhm.
our legacy is in motion every day
Mhm.
because people are watching us, people are gleaming from us and growing from some of the
Right.
things that we do. So I want to be the person with the legacy like Miles. We can still pick his book up and learn.
Yes.
So
Yes.
somebody's gonna pick our books up,
Yes.
learn something to grow, because it's
Mhm.
always about growth. I'll be 73 in August, and
Mm.
I want to be that lifelong learner where I'm
Yeah.
all the time and
Mm.
growing with intention because we have to do it with intention.
Absolutely.
Because if we don't do it with intention, we'll end up missing out because
Mm.
life is moving fast. And guess
Mhm.
what? We have to keep up
Yeah.
because if not, we will be left behind.
Right. 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 Well, I'll tell you, Dr. Val, you've got some great projects that you have been, doing. And also tell us about Harris Elevation Empowerment. What services do you offer through that? project?
Well, that project, well, that got established last year, so we're in the beginning stages.
Okay.
But we our aim is to empower individuals and equip individuals across all the generations,
Mm,
especially women and young people, because I
right.
know what I went through as a college student. I didn't have that much support. So
Mhm.
I want to be the beacon to help the younger people, be the support, the ear for them to be able to voice their opinion and to help them to focus on their leadership development and their personal growth. Uh,
Right.
to empower other people because their generation will empower the next. So it's about a ripple effect. We, as the older
Mhm.
generation, we have to hold their hands and lead them and guide them in the straight because sometimes they go left. I mean, when I was a young person, I went left. I needed the older women to tell me, "Baby,
Mhm.
come on back this way." So
Come on back.
we have to be that voice in a loving way, not criticizing them, but loving them through the
Right.
process. So I offer
Yes.
coaching, mentoring, workshops,
Mm.
leadership development, personal and professional support for growth, and also
Mm.
mental health because we as women we deal with a lot of mental health, especially when we're going through menopause and those type of things. So through this nonprofit, these are the things that I want to I we will be focusing on, and the core of
Beautiful.
everything is to help people move forward with purpose.
Mm. So now I know you have an upcoming event also, right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, this will be my third year of
Heard.
Empower Her Summit. It was created to bring women together across generations to be able to share our wisdom, to inspire leadership, and to cultivate purpose-driven living. Okay.
Mm.
And so I have seasoned women in the room. I have emerging young women in the room, and to be able to see clarity, and we do it together,
Mm. Okay.
bridging the gap together, putting
Mhm.
our wisdom together to help one
That's
another, because it's
nice.
about helping others.
Yes, absolutely. And when
It's,
does that take place?
it's going to be June the 27th. It's going to be right in Hopewell, Virginia, at the Delta
Okay.
Hotel. It'll start at 8:30 in the morning, and it's going to be power packed because we're going to ignite some fire in the room.
Fire in the room.
Yes, we gonna have some fun. Okay, we'll be working and doing it'll be workshop style, and we will
Okay.
have some speaking, but it'll be hands on, where you
Mhm.
will leave with something tangible in your hand when you leave there. Okay,
So it's a one-day
it's a
event.
one. Yes, yes.
Okay, all right. At the Delta Hotel. All right,
Mhm.
in
At
Hopewell. I'm trying to think of where that is.
okay, so you've been in Colonial Heights at the
Mhm.
mall, correct?
Oh, yes, yes.
So it's over there. In fact, where the tire company is when you come off of 95 coming from going north, it's
Mhm.
right there at that light where your turn is behind the other malls and everything, the
Oh,
mall
okay.
area.
Yes.
But that's
Mhm.
where it is. It's back over on the back side. It's a
Okay.
very nice venue. This
Mhm.
will be my third one. This will be the second year I'm using that place. Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I'll tell you, you've really, inspired me today, and, I'm looking forward. I'm definitely going to, purchase my ticket so I can be
Please
there.
come on and go have some fun, honey.
Yes, yes. June is my birthday month, so I don't do so I'm always trying to find somewhere to go in June.
Okay, so
So I
on your
don't
calendar. Put it on your calendar. Put it on
when
your
I see things, I'm like, mm-mm, I can't do that. It's June, but
calendar.
I'm gonna definitely put that on my calendar.
Yes.
So I'm gonna ask you two questions. One question is just how do you define success?
How do I define success? For me, success is alignment.
Mm,
It is for me living and leading in a way that reflects your purpose,
mhm.
your values,
Okay.
and your assignment, because we all have an assignment. And for me, it includes the impact the growth, and even having peace. When you're talking about success, do you have peace with what you're doing?
Mhm.
Purpose and lasting a lasting legacy. So
Mhm.
for me, success is not only what you gain, but who you become.
Okay. I
Because
like that.
because success is not just reaching a goal. Success
Right.
is becoming aligned with the life you were created to live.
Mm. I knew you was gonna give me something a little deep there. And I love
Because
it.
that's how I look at it. It's a
I
lie.
love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what advice would you give to the person who says, "I'm waiting to grow, I'm waiting, I just gotta grow a little bit more, before I, step out there and make these moves with my vision." Just in a 2-minute, word of advice, what would you say to them?
In love, I would tell them that growth does not only happen before you move.
Mm,
A lot of our growth happens because we move. You have that
because
movement.
mhm,
Because just saying it and don't
mhm,
do nothing, no progress is going to happen. And waiting for the perfect readiness time,
mm,
that's just causing delay. You're
absolutely.
delaying yourself. And you have
Mm,
to start where you are. You don't look at what somebody else is doing. Start where you are. But you need to have motion.
mm,
Start where you are and with what you have. Don't
mhm,
worry about having a great big budget. Start
mhm.
small because it'll grow.
It
Because
will.
if you're intentional, people will buy into what you're doing. They'll
Mm,
trust you. You have credibility, but you got to have movement to show them you are doing something, and you
mm,
must be intentional. That intentional thing, it sticks with me because if you say it and don't have no intention, intention is nothing's going to grow.
mm. Absolutely.
So don't
Ah,
let waiting become a habit when your
mhm.
vision is already calling your name.
Mm,
Because vision is calling our name.
yes, it is.
God is always speaking.
What I
Listen,
love about you, Dr. Val, you ain't scared.
no,
You ain't scared. And I meant that just like I said it. I know it's like you're not, but you ain't scared.
I ain't. I'm not scared. I'm gonna do it as long as I can.
Yes.
Do what I can to help the people, help women.
Mhm.
Well, of course, at my church, I help men and women as the director
Mhm.
of ministries. But my main with my business is women. I want women to be empowered, to be able to equip other women. And it don't
Mhm.
matter if they get better than you because
Mhm.
greater things supposed to happen. So
Mhm.
whatever I do to help you, if you
Right.
go beyond my
Greater
level,
works.
greater works. It's good.
Mhm.
It's all
Yep.
good. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for stopping by the lounge. It won't be your last time, I'm sure. I have really, really enjoyed chatting with you, and I know that you've got to get ready for your celebration on
Yeah.
today and whatever day all year.
Yeah.
Celebrate the whole year because you're heading up to 50. So you gotta build on that as you
Yeah.
go throughout the year, and then when 50 comes, you'll be ready.
That's it. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
Dr. Valerie, we thank you so much for stopping by the lounge, and we look forward to seeing you again, but also seeing you in June,
Yes.
and I know I'll see you in November as
Yes.
well.
Yes. 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 And I
Yeah,
thank you for allowing me to come on your show because this has been awesome, to just be able to
absolutely.
sit and just have a girl conversation. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you again soon. You have a great day.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
All
I
right.
love
I have an amazing upcoming event that we're going to do, a 1-day workshop, and I want you to be a part of it. So we'll be talking more about that soon, especially those of you who are ready to share your story. Make sure that you chime in. It's about to be powerful. All right. Until next week, we will see you, and thank you once again for joining us. Have a great day.